Back in 1962, when I was just a lad, my dad gave me a holiday, the best I ever had. A holiday of every dream that one lifetime could hold. So listen well, this wondrous time to you I now unfold.
So just now I've discussed with my team, also with my colleagues who specialize in USM history. So we determined that the red house now is the guard house, according to you.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Your home?
This is where we used to live.
Oh.
Hi, welcome to my home.
Nowadays, there's no business and no postage. Yeah, letters as you know it. So they relocated all the premises to Glogo Post Office. Yeah. So now it's vacant, and we remove all things inside. But I'm not sure the actual house plan.
What was in you? Maybe I can easily tell you that. This is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
There was a bedroom. We used that as a bedroom.
Hey.
Yeah. When we moved in,
The total original.
yeah. When we moved in, we had a wall built from here to here.
Okay.
Or sorry, so we had one. Oh, it's only a wooden wall.
Okay.
So we had one bedroom here.
Yeah.
And then another bedroom there, because there's too many of us. Too many of us. Yeah. This was the main room through here. There was no windows here, of course. Now, this is our living room.
Yeah. Door here.
Oh no, there was another wall across there. Yeah. And the front side was the living room, and this one was another bedroom. Yeah. There was, as I said, there was a lot of us living here.
Yeah.
The windows were open, just shut, there's nothing else.
This is the old. I mean,
That door wasn't there.
that door wasn't there.
That door wasn't there at all. Yeah. A couple of noticeable things from here.
Okay.
We used to get swarms of locusts and things come. Yeah, swarms of locusts, and we'd have to shut the windows
Okay.
sometimes at night, keep them out. And another one we had was a swarm of bees, the hornets, that actually went up into the top.
I see.
And we had to go back up to the roof, and get them smoked out and bring them down.
Oh, see. So
Yeah,
this is a wall actually.
yeah. This was our living room.
Out of your living room.
This was the living room.
This is a bedroom.
Yeah, but this was just a wall here. Yeah, just a wall. This, no doors. You know what doors? You know what? Yeah, just a door. Because this was a bedroom. That was a bedroom. There's a bedroom over there. Yeah. Most of our dining was done in here, in the next corridor.
Your dining.
I've got hundreds. Yeah, eating. Yeah, all right. Eating was done here. Okay, I'm up the kitchen.
This is the kitchen.
That was the kitchen. We had that.
This is the kitchen. Yeah.
Yep, this is the kitchen. That was there. We have that window put in. We put that window in.
I remember you had the picture of them came down the summer.
We had that window put in. And as I say, it was all shut. It was all roll of blinds. The bathroom last time I came was no different than it was in '62. It was the original fitting. But last time I came, 2018, it was exactly the same as '62. Same fittings, same.
All the islands, all the fittings are originally from '62.
Yeah, it's not changed. It's still the same.
Oh my goodness, yeah, okay.
Still the same. That wasn't there.
Goes on there.
I don't know what was there, but this is
Exactly the same. The bathtub.
this is exactly the same bath, except that it's our bath. Yeah, everything's the same.
Even the fittings?
Yep, same as '62. Exactly the same.
All right. I thought you were modified. Okay. I wonder it's still working. Nah.
So it's a Korean. So that's not changed at all. The
This is the dining area.
yeah.
The kitchen dining area and the
Yeah,
lavatory.
you've got lots of pictures of this. I've sent you lots of pictures in here.
And the picture with us also.
Yeah, you've got all my pictures. Also, I mean, we kept the gardens nice. So if you want to go out, I'll show you. Still, they do now. Yes, but this not look after the same, but yeah, still the same garden.
So your living quarters or your sleep quarters is what?
You about 10, you and your sister. I slept here. In here. Yeah. When we first came to Penang, we used to put mosquito nets up. But after we've been here for 6 months or so, we didn't need them. You and you've got rid of your mosquitoes now. You've more mosquitoes now.
They already knew you are local. At that time,
Well, when I came here, I was 16 years old. Yeah, nearly 16. When I went, I was 20. Oh, so I actually grew up here. Yeah. It's an interesting place. It was an interesting place. Yeah. I hurt myself on the veranda once. Because I used to run the water scheme for the army.
okay.
The colonel found out that I had no swimming certificate, so he made me take swimming certificates. On the morning of my gold certificate, I'm running around with one of our dogs, jumped over the veranda. Okay, smashed both my legs. Oh my, yeah. But I started to take the test. But that was interesting. In fact, on that particular test, I took it with another guy who is in the old pool.
Yeah.
And the other guy kept going past me. And I thought, I'm going to fail on time. Yeah. We both beat the camp record for taking it. Great. He was a battalion swimming champion. I didn't know.
What's up? Well, the picture, your family got a boat.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I kept the boats here. Because I run this, first of all, I had wooden boats and I had a fiberglass one. But I kept fiberglass. I used to repair all the boats here, and I used to take them from here down to Batu Ferringhi.
I see.
All over to the remote Tiger Island. Used to go over to Tiger Island and ski in Tiger Island. That's how, yeah, I'd like to pay a visit there while I'm here, but I think I'll have to use a kayak or a kayak boat to word that. But I do a lot of kayaking anyway in England.
Yeah.
You know, see?
You used to that. It's okay.
Yeah, it's you know. You've got to do it all before you get to ATM, yeah.
6, 7, 8 of your family member stay here and
Well, 8, I don't know, 9, 10, 11. So the 9 with my mum and dad, there was 9 people living in here.
Your younger brother is Eric.
Eric now lives in Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah. He came to Penang when he spent his schooling in Cameron Islands and Bourne School in Kuala Lumpur.
I see.
I didn't bother going back to school. I gave up the education to come here. Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting country. I don't think the people who live in Malaysia, when we came here, I don't think the people who live in Malaysia realise how good Malaysia is. Honestly, on that. People tend to think England is brilliant. No, Malaysia is brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they went out and they know that it's good to be here.
And people are more friendly here. People tend to talk to each other at the moment. You have their heads in the phones in the future all the time, but they do tend to talk to each other a lot more at the moment.
you have a video call with your brother Eric when I was with you, yeah. Last Friday, remember? That's Eric, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Only yet. Yeah.
So this is the bedroom area.
That's four bedroom. My sister used to be in that bedroom. 1, 2. A few of us are in this bedroom. My mum and dad were in that bedroom.
Existing.
Yeah, this bedroom. Yeah. So it's been an interesting old building.
Probably dinner.
No.
I think this is
There's a door. There's a door near here.
I think this time,
Yeah. In fact, I'm not sure if there was a door here.
I think there is, because
I think
there is a door. An opening here.
there's a door into this bedroom here.
can see the beautiful
There was no that way.
And also here. I think this is original doors.
No, yeah, both ends, yeah. But there wouldn't have been a door here. That would have been closed. That would have been closed. But there was a door both sides.
So both sides, one to the veranda, one to the dining. See, master bedroom. Said it.
Yeah, yes.
So what's the small house attached here?
The building, the armored quarters. Oh, building quarters.
Can we open it? Yeah.
Right, so the toilets were there.
Yeah.
The armors for the armor. The armors in here, yeah, were lovely. They were part of the family. Oh, they became part of the family. Their children would come here, and we go to their village.
Yeah, locally, Malay, Indians, Chinese.
Just from out the back gates. Okay, out the back gates, yeah. But this is the same. Yeah. We used to, when our Armour Kim was in the shower, she was scared of frogs. We married us to get frog. We had frog and blame over the frog. And this was where she did the washing, the laundry.
Yeah. This is a laundry room.
Yeah.
Oh, laundry room.
She did it all, the washing, a lot of the washing and ironing in here. So,
We're still in contact with them.
I know I've lost contact with them. Kim has died. I've still got one of her sons' addresses, but he's over somewhere else. I think he's in KL. And there's one lives in the back who I did see last time when I came, who was a toddler, but now he's growing up. Yeah.
So this is the.
But I think Kim's daughter got killed.
Oh,
Yeah.
too bad.
And this was just one of the armor's quarters. But
Oh, living quarters.
yes, armor house, of course. But now, we kept our gardens immaculate, nothing like this. Oh. There is a fruit tree here. I can't remember the tree.
There's a fruit tree.
Yeah.
Mangoes.
What? No. I'm not sure what the tree was. It had a fruit on it. I think the small yellow ones, a tiny tan yellow one. And this was, as I say, totally different. I'm trying to remember a few. Where did I? Yeah. Sorry. Oh, I made a playground here. You've got a picture of a playground. I built a playground here.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I built a playground here. Now across the road there was where was it? Armory, where they kept the guns and chewed the guns and things like that. It was all army buildings. And the other side of the house, I don't know, quickest way around. We go this way.
You can walk. Come on. Yeah, what's us?
This was a head jail. There was hedges down here.
Hedges.
Okay. Because I got some pictures of the monsoon drain coming through the hedge.
Okay.
Now, is it been 38? So, that's it. No, none of this was here. This was level. Yeah,
This is level.
yeah, totally level. The that tree, that tree was there.
Oh, this tree is all.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's in the garden. Let me just make sure. It might be a little bit further away. Let me make sure I do.
Originally, there was a cinema right behind.
I'll show you where the cinema is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Our garden was down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think it was that tree. It was somewhere here. Now the cinema was next door. It went all the way along the house.
Okay.
And it came out on the road here. The AKC Army Cinema Corporation, yeah. Well, there's a good cinema there. It was really a really nice one. Now, when we came here, yeah, we actually dug down here was this was all level.
It's all level.
On the other side went right down to the bottom, and we dug it all out. Made a made badminton courts. Oh, we had dug the whole lot out and made a big badminton court.
Cinema.
Yeah, but in the back side of the cinema, makes ours right the house. Yeah.
There's a picture. Oh, sir.
By yourself.
We kept chickens and ducks down the bottom.
Yeah, okay. Good. I saw the boat picture is here somewhere.
I'll show you where that was. It was in front. So, as I say, this we dug out. This was a garden all the way round. Yeah. And if you looked across from the garden, there was a back gate to the garden. See where your car is now?
Okay.
There used to be a garage there.
A garage.
Yeah, a garage. And but there was a pit in the garage where we could go down
And service all
and
your
work on the car.
yeah, work on the car. Yeah.
So the garage. Now the back gate would have been about there, and all of this was open ground.
Oh.
Went up to a bamboo plantation.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bamboo plantation.
bamboo. Yeah, and
Some swans.
sometimes when it was hot, they'd catch fire there. It caught fire one day, and my dad being a keen gardener, we had a gardener, but my dad being a keen gardener, said there's a plant pot in the bamboo plantation, so I will go and get it. I'll go and get it and I'll bring it back. Right? So he went over to the bamboo plantation and he's rolling his plant pot back when our Indian gardener stopped him and said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "That's an Indian god." And it was a prayer place and he had to put it back. He says, "You'll end up in hospital now." And he did. A week later, he was in hospital. Yeah. But now the road's gone now. Behind the house, there was a road went all the way down and around the camp. Well, that's disappeared.
Yeah. It's actually crossed through there, right, to the like.
When this run down, the road went down. It passed the maternity hospital on the right-hand side, and then when you went left, there was all army buildings and the schools there, and the schools for the children were down there as well.
Okay. Yeah, well, pusat jatuh. Oh, pusat jatuh. The maternity, we determined that.
Yeah, but this road used to go to the maternity hospital.
Dulu ada jalan terus. Yes.
Now it's built in 60.
Chap came by, I think 2 months ago. I think he wants to see the maternity.
1965 that was built, but there was an MRI centre, medical reception centre, that was further up the road on the right. Yeah, where before then the women would have to go there. All you know, I mean, we've got injections every 3 months, and hundreds and hundreds of injections. Yeah, we used to have to go down there, but that was at we call it the MRI, the medical reception centre. Yeah. The only time I've left here for any treatment is I went to Taiping Hospital.
Taiping, yeah.
Had half of my ear cut off. I was assisting my ear. So you see that one, bigger than that one. Yeah, and it's like we had the garage there, and this was the massive trees. Yeah, and there was a cobra's nest in those trees. Yeah, okay. And we had to avoid them, obviously. And in the garage one day, I goes in and there's some bats there.
Bats.
And I thought, I'll catch one of those. So I got a big Turkish towel, caught this bat, and it bit me through the bloody towel.
Oh my God.
So I let it go.
Scar.
Now, no, I have got a scar, but that's not something else. That's a heritage from Penang. I got this. I had skin cancer, didn't I? You had to be cut out. And that was caused by me. When I first came, I used to work. I was a cadet sergeant in an army cadet sergeant.
Yeah.
And when I came here, I was more. I was a signal sergeant. I was more advanced in signals than the army here. So I used to work with the signals platoon. Yeah, and on Batu Fringa, we were doing some radio exercises one day, and I got burnt severely. Yeah, which is really where that's eventually came from. But if I'd have been a soldier, because I was civilian, remember?
Yeah.
If I'd have been a soldier, I would have been locked up for getting burnt. It was my fault, you.
At that time, we don't care about, all this sun.
Then they use coconut oil.
Coconut oil. Actually, you don't have any banana boats.
Now you coconut oil those days.
No, Wapala, white shirts.
How
Coconut oil as sunscreen, sunblock.
yeah, we coconut oil is sunblock.
So this is the original stairs, lah.
Did no one says that it's flat all the way down to a gate, yeah, and then down the gate there was a dip going down all the way down and back up again. The bamboo plantation.
The cinema is way there.
The cinema would be here from about those.
I think it's here.
See the bottom of the steps there, come across there to the road. Yeah, it was alongside the house. So yeah, as I said, we kept our chickens and ducks and everything down the bottom, banana trees. You know, they were all there.
Yeah.
But this was the best house on the camp. But my dad actually run all the houses. It was this.
What's your father's role inside the camp?
Yeah, he was looking after the houses for the troops. He used to get them private accommodation, you know, around about the island and allocate all the quarters. But what he did when we moved in, there was rows of houses, 2 rows of houses where we used to live. We had 2 houses, yeah. But because he run the quarters, he found this place that was used as a store and he had it converted and it moved out.
It's a store.
It was a store before we moved in. Anything the army wanted a store there, a general store, but they are for selling things, big piece. But up here, eagerly all cleared out and we moved in and made it into a house.
So I wonder there's no other quarters around here. Is there still
All the quarters, there's a bit of a hill there, and they're all the way along there. There is 2 blocks, two long blocks, one in front of the other. Yeah, wooden blocks. Yeah, no, wooden. No.
CO4 komunikasi? The whole row.
There's a whole row. If I remember correctly, last time I came, the one row was still there. The other one had been knocked down.
No, it's still here.
Both rows.
I think only one row.
Yeah, when they use it,
They have both.
there used to be 2 rows, but in house, yeah. Now they only
In front komunikasi, there's supposed to be one row of quarters, but it was knocked down. Now
on the front. The one that's been knocked down would have been the one we were living in.
I see. But it's the same pattern.
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
The same.
But we had, I think we only had 2 houses there. In most places we've lived, yeah, we've always had 2 or 3 houses because the family were big in England. I mean, in England, we move every 2 years. Every 2 years, yeah. I had something like 25 schools and probably 30 houses when I was with the army. Yeah. Since then, I've had more like 45 houses. Yeah. But the longest we stayed anywhere was before we came here, because we went to Newcastle upon Tyne in England, where I went to a grammar school there, and I did most of my schooling in Newcastle on Tyne. But most postings were 2 years, but we got 4 years in Newcastle.
That's the longest posting there.
That was our longest posting.
Yes. Wow. Okay. You transfer a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You keep changing. Every time you change schools, you have to compete. Do you know what gypsies are? Yeah.
See,
Well, whenever we moved into a new area in England, they treated us like gypsy. So you had to be very quick and very good. Otherwise, you know, you'd be in trouble. They call children of the forces of the army. They call army brat.
I think you're still.
Yeah. We're army brat. We do that. And we've learned to survive. We know how to survive, yeah. But what's unusual about us is we don't really remember any of our friends. Because we moved every 2 years. So, you know, you don't remember a lot of your friends at all.
So the vantage point is
Yeah.
Well, this is our garden started there, and it went behind those cars, but it was level.
Oh, level.
Yeah, it was level with a gate over there
Okay.
that went, as I say, went down like a massive culvert. Yeah,
As a culvert.
with bamboo growing there. But
And your badminton court is over there with the
I'm what?
badminton court.
Yeah, my badminton court was. Where am I? I spent. Sorry, you'd get me. Hold on. Sorry, yeah, this was all level here. Yeah.
All level.
Yeah. The badminton court was we dug this down, yeah, and the badminton court was from there, and the garden went over there, right back to the back gate, yeah. And we had the badminton court. There was another badminton court. When you turn right at the next roundabout and go down the end, it was an army badminton court there. And well, you had that.
It's been level, I think.
Yeah, I think it changed.
Yes.
There's quite a few places in Britain, the same camps we've been in Britain. They've gone in with a bulldozer. They cleared the kite and then just rebuilt it, so you haven't got a clue here. Yeah. But the trouble with playing badminton in Penang was as soon as it went dark at the badminton court with the lights on, it was all bats. So you you're always swinging at bats.
A lot of pets back there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Insects, yeah. And they're down.
Red Am.
Wait, see that tap there?
Where? Oh, the tap.
We've had to clean red ants off our legs like this tap more than
Before you go in.
but you know, if you suddenly went on a red ant's nest, then they hurt. So we used to have to come and wash them off as fast as we can.
Okay.
But
Do you believe this is the original tap? It's 1960.
I think so, yeah.
oh man,
Original tap, yeah.
yeah,
Original tap.
give it a go, Paul. You'll probably get some water.
I think so. We plug it in. Since we are not using it anymore. That is all that. But I think the water
It runs the original pipe.
Oh, yeah. This is original. This is original.
Wow.
Mm.
Since 1930.
Yeah, this building is.
I wasn't there in first year. We came over in '62. When we came over, it was Malaya, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. They changed to Malaysia in '63.
63.
Yeah. And all the troops from the camp went over to Indonesia fighting.
Oh, they shifted out to Indonesia.
No, yeah. This was the garrison. Yeah. And in the uprising, they went over there. In fact, I was scheduled to, because I was working with the signals platoon, I was scheduled to go with them, yeah? But the colonel of the camp said, you can't send the son of a soldier on active service. So I had to, yeah, no, but you can't send your son into a war zone. So I stayed here and took over the skiing, yeah. Now you see boat here, you see boat down there. But what there, yeah. On the front there is where I had the wooden boats. I always had one in the water and one out because I was always stripping the bottom off because Penang's not a nice, calm place to ski. The water's like this, so I kept having to repair them. Yeah. But
Yeah. Anything to add to your spiritual hope? 62 to 60.
not really. I was fairly lucky. I told you some of my history, yeah? So when I came over to Penang, even though it's very unusual for us to travel that distance and come over here, I already have a spiritual history. So I was already well open to people here. Yeah, I think I've told you my history, haven't I? Yeah, a bit. I was already, so I just learnt more and more and more here. It's hard to say, but I love the place. I like Penang. The way I used to make some money occasionally was fixing motorbikes and everything for some of the people here.
What motorbike?
Only Honda 50s and little things. I never had. Oh, I did. No, I did. We did have one, sorry. Down in one of the stores behind one of the bike sheds was a Triumph Speed Trainer 250 rim, yeah? And it was the exhausts were full of hornets' nests. Then it was in a wreck. But then we brought that here and fixed that up, so we had that one for short term.
What? So yeah.
Well, them days, we just take the cylinders off. You get a block of wood and you're smacking the pistons down and getting sandpaper and cleaning them out. You know, it's just
If the engine is seized, is that?
the engine have been not used for about 10 years. He's 15 years.
But you just take out the piston and knock it with.
Oh yeah, we do anything. We fix things. I mean, mechanics fix things. When I went back to England, I got a job as a mechanic anyway. Yeah.
Is it right? Yes, yeah. And you went down the hill down there.
Was all the army mechanical transport, mechanicals was Sandorini workshop. Because I spent a lot of time in there with the army workshop.
I was when I was small. My father is working here. I think I've been in the workshop. There's a gantry inside. Then a few
It was down there.
G31. Now it's actually the School of Mathematics.
Is it? When you went down there, on the left was a camp square. It's a massive big square, yes. And on the right was the Gurkha buildings. The Gurkhas are good. You could always tell where the Gurkhas were because if there was bricks outside the house, painted them all white. You always painted the thing white. They're brilliant soldiers. They're really good fighters. The only difference with the mechanical transport is the windscreen wipers, instead of being that long on the Gurkhas then. Yeah. You said, but they're smaller. Style is it? We have smaller wipers. Yeah. Why the small? Because the Gurkhas are lower. Hello. When they graded the actual wiper blades. Well, that was when. This is good.
No, because I know watch this.
I came off the camp square. We used to go around like mad on bike schools, and at camp square there's a massive monsoon ditch. Yeah, and we used to put a ramp up one side, ride the bikes, and jump over this monsoon drain. Yeah, and on one occasion I never made it to the other side, hit the ground, spun over, and landed on my back on the road. But I never hurt myself, and you know why?
Yeah.
Because I've been doing judo half my life. No. Yeah, I'm still a trustee of a judo club in England. Don't go on the mat anymore. I'm too old.
We have a sort of a underground stream somewhere here, but I wonder at that time was covered or not. Oh, I believe yes.
Probably.
It's starting.
Probably down the bottom on there. All the ground here, behind here, came down like that. So it's probably down there.
Yeah. So this is the stream will be connected out to the main Sungai Dua streams.
Video speed. Oh, that one is connected.
Yeah. Dewan Tongpu. Behind this Dewan Tongpu, they see the water spring. Is that coming out from behind?
So you are young enough to remember the old camp then?
Yes, my father. My father started working here in 1978. I was born in 1977.
It was 8 years after you're very nearly shut. Yeah.
At that time, it was only the campus was only halfway. It's not. There's no behind. It's just only at the. I think there's a stream behind.
Yeah.
So that harapan until harapan only at that time. So it's going up. In 1990s, then they expanded the campus out to.
Where our Hama lived, round the back, yeah. Her son got married, and she got married in the on Penang Road, on the temple on Penang Road, where it's all tables and you're eating all the way through the survey. Yeah. But we went back to the kampong, and the food there, we was there till about 3 a.m. The entire village come out. You're just eating. Yeah, brilliant.
I was here. There used to be a tennis court on the building there, and then in front of the masjid. Now it's a building. but the base of the tennis court is still underneath the building. The building is raised up.
Where do you say? Where is it?
There's the entrance.
Across here.
Yes, yes.
Well, is that the court I'm talking about? The badminton court. Probably the badminton court, yes, yeah.
Yeah, previously.
But mine is Ivor Davies, yeah. And I used to live in the house behind me from 1962 to 1966, while my father was in the army in Malaya, in this Minden Barracks.
When we a clinic for university's staff, and there was a pool in the middle.
That's right.
It's still a courtyard design, but there's no more pool.
Ah, yeah, the trains,
Yes.
So,
This used to be open.
yep, that was open.
Yes. There's a pool here.
That was the pool.
Yeah.
The pool was in the middle. Yeah.
I think they have a few fishes inside here when I was small. It was
Because the one thing that the women were good at when they came over to Penang was having babies.
it's a nice place, nice weather.
It was open, yeah.
He has a pool.
That was right, yeah. There was a square pool in the middle. Yeah. Well, this is definitely the maternity hospitals.
When I personally visit, I need to.
My manager check up the report and get it here.
Yeah.
Totally different also. I double check with the Mr. Neil.
Yeah.
So he wants to see the maternity hospital. So
It's
Okay. Different.
Hopefully, yeah, the side that ini dalam minum skill.
Unit alarm is actually an extension. Tidak one image.
we had a lot of those when we was here. No. New arrivals.
All for
We used to use the dentist at the MRI. And those days we used chloroform.
or you'll knock you down. Sure.
So Mr. Neil that came by last 2 months, he wants to see the maternity hospital because of his late mother always story about delivered elephant baby. Bearing the raindrops from her quarters. So the nurses in the maternity hospital where go and see the elephant baby white, white Caucasian baby, and so is
Now this building is being converted to co-curriculum activities for students. Yeah.
So confirmation, this is the maternity hospital.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely.
As I say, they built it while I was here.
When Mr. Ivor mentioned about the pool, suddenly he came back. This is
The one, yeah. This is
open and foyer, but they have to, I think, remodel the whole thing, and then the pool leaks. So
If you get subsidy,
yeah. When I was small, I would like to go around because they have big fishes. They call it patin. They call it pangasius.
even the turtles.
Yeah. At that time I was small, I said the pangasius is just like a shark. It looks like a shark with a dorsal fin, so I call it a small shark. Freshwater fish.
when we were skiing in Batuferingi, we used to get a lot of dolphins. An awful lot of dolphins. You used to scare the people on the skis, but perfectly safe. The biggest problem here in the water is the jellyfish.
And now there's what you call that, the jellyfish. But that one is very deadly.
I saw one of our lads,
You call that the warrior? Man of war.
no, the Portuguese man of war,
Portuguese man of war.
not a jellyfish.
Really?
No. It looks like a jellyfish, yeah. Floats on the surface, yeah. But I saw one of our lads once dive on top of one of those, and he took all his front out in a rice stick. Yeah, well, the Portuguese man of war technically isn't a jellyfish. But yeah. I don't know what species it is in, but it's technically not a jellyfish. I think it always floats on the surface. I think it's, always floats around on the surface. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, bring back some memories. Mainly of pregnant women.
Mine.
With the water tanks, this maternity, your home, officer mask, bunker, the storage of chemical. Another one's
The house.
the guardhouse.
Yeah. Well, if you come up from when we were here, if you came up from the guardhouse before you got here, yeah, they had the naffy on the right hand side. Do you know where I told you where the soldiers' canteens was? Yeah, you turn left just after there. Then there was a long building with the medical place in it.
I think solat.
Solat. You only the School of Literature and Translation now.
Then near the water tank.
Yeah,
Yang kita tak tadi.
Probably. Kami lalu tapi Miss Ivor tak.
You recall.
oh well, it's a few years.
Yeah, I understand.
That's going back late. No wonder like here maternity hospital right. Tak going back late. Dia tak keluar. Year 2 months. It means you don't hear. I don't know how.
Sorry, are you saying it's haunted? Or shall I tell you something? I am a medium. I am a spiritualist medium.
Is it right, sir?
Yeah, that's what one of my jobs in England is actually talking to the dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was a revelation.
that's why I said when I came over to Penang, I was very spiritual anyway. What's that? Yeah, and it's having to do with Chester, where I live in Chester, it is haunted. I've lived in more haunted places than you've looked in. No. But I all what we call open circles, where everybody goes and sits in a circle and we pass messages to each other.
I see.
Yeah. Well, there's none in Penang. I looked to you. Literature. Not very tough.
Ways of communicating with the spirits or something. Maybe the way that you're practicing.
We go to India. Dalat. Maybe extension.
I went to the War Museum. Yeah. There's one of the buildings. If I walk in there, I freeze.
Really?
And my camera stopped working. Everything stops.
Really?
Yeah. The War Museum is really haunted.
But yeah, War Museum is very spooky and spooky building. So why they're not to be
Sad because really the people who are still there are still in a hell of a size.
still
Yeah, they're still trapped.
that's its trap.
Yeah. Yeah. If you feel things, speak to them.
Yeah.
Open your mouth and speak to them, because sometimes they'll answer you. Okay.
Ini sini dia panggil sleep. So
Working here. So I don't disturb you.
Worry but I'm going back.
Good to speak to. Always speak to them.
The old person to speak here.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Correct, sir. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. It's a pity there was no old maps. We had city on top of the university and say, right, this is where this is. This is where that is.
I think we had Minden Barracks.
Yeah.
Then I asked Paulinda to show. There's an old map from Salim punya.
beside that, in my office, the development office,
Yeah.
I found a few.
Future.
Yeah.
But there is only one time, and that's now. Yeah.
Good. It's good. Okay. I'm not sure whether this is existed when in the early days.
I don't think so.
Yeah. This is an extension of the same building.
Aku selalu lawak.
Yeah, just nothing was salah. This is the extension, but I think this is the original building, the main from This is from the old maternity hospital.
Is it?
But is this the upper? Yeah, where's the? Is it looking? That yang ni lama mesti. Oh yeah. This is. Ya di just down there. Tutup. Tutup eh? We are from down how I said. Yeah. Bring some memories.
Well, this is where the cubicles would have been, isn't it? Yes.
This window is not supposed to be here. It's open. Previously it's open. It's an open corridor. I think this is a similar corridor. This is it.
You know, I remember when I was small, those places here, labs, medical labs.
It's part of the area lah. This whole
Yes. Maternity hospital.
I can't remember who opened it. Somebody came down to open it, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm not sure at that time.
There's someone that I can't remember, but I don't know whether it was a colonel or whether it was royal family or something like that. I can't remember. I remember it being open. But yeah. Nice, it was a nice building.
Bueno, moment. Nice weather. You know.
Weather's brilliant. No. Everybody says to me, yeah, you want to go to England?
I've been to London. 2015.
Another last week. And when it rains in England, it just carries on raining. Heavy rain day.
It's hot in London. Say, what's the temperature? It's 22. Come on.
No, I like this I like the tropical area. In fact, I'm madder than the locals. I'll work when you all go. Yeah.
Yeah, behind. I think we can see it from here.
We had cars out here, of course. We had many countrymen.
Yeah.
Where we started with 4 pop.
But
That's right.
they have one rows of another blocks here, right? But it's being demolished.
is a ranking yang depan SK ni.
Nanti Padang, sekarang Padang.
Oh yeah, dulu like this lah.
Yes, it's a mirror image of this.
There was no glass in the windows and then.
Now, yeah, it's all open.
Yeah.
Roof open. Now we cannot stand. It's all air conditioning. No, it's hot.
I turned the air conditioning off in my hotel. Do you know the thermostat on?
This is. Apa nama bahasa Inggeris ni? What's in English? Kita mari Kamboja. Jasmine. Jasmine, yeah. Yellow colors, red. Yeah, feel. Yeah.
Oh, this is nice. I've never seen the upstairs in the office. No.
This is the original. You can see this what you call that, like roofs and everything. It's all British constructions. Like
Yes.
this is a small garden courtyard, but yeah, they have to make space downstairs. You know, you see that the pool is gone.
I love the pool.
Okay. All right, let's go. The terrace is still here.
There now.
Is this the school area?
This looked like the same original building.
Yes.
Part of it was MQAS, where they give all. When you live with the forces, yeah, they give you all your furniture, they give you all your knives and forks, everything. And one of these buildings we came for that.
Yeah.
And the other one was the school. But I don't remember all these steps. You see, you're like,
Yeah.
maybe that one was with us. Everything's been modified a bit.
Yes, and modified a bit. But this one, we have the original steps. Yeah. This is a terrace for the schools and as going down. Partly it's like a
Does this road open up onto the road that goes past my house?
it's going down,
Yeah, right.
connecting to straight to your house.
Yeah, right. Yes. So I am where I think I am, yeah. So these would have been where the schools and the MQAS was, no question. Now, at the end of this road,
Yes.
does it come to a T-junction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Down to the junction.
At that T-junction across the road there was your Adobe's, your washers, everybody, all washing and everything.
Okay, that is the Dobies is now is being a school for the what you call that disabled.
Yeah.
They have converted that PPDK. Dobi, memang betul. That's it.
No, the Adobe is at the end, it's showing all the washing down there.
Yeah. Maybe we can have a look later. The Dobi down. Send go on. Jom.
Yes. Do you know what I was saying about me being a spiritualist?
Yes.
I'm flying down this road in a car because imagine I'm 17, I drive like an idiot. And just as we come down the hill,
Yeah.
I pulled over and stopped. And I thought, what the hell have I stopped for? Yeah, why did I stop? And across the main road came a 3-ton truck. If I hadn't have stopped, it were like, wow, yeah.
Yes.
It's weird, it's weird.
So suddenly you have the urge to stop.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
saved me life.
Yeah. Somebody
Film.
AAFI, right? The sense?
And AAFI. It's where you get all your groceries and supplies and
Okay. Okay, we arrive at the guardhouse. Now we call it the Red House because it's painted red. I don't know original the names from, but they call it Red House since I was small. So, okay.
there's 2 hotels in Chester. They're called the Red House and the White House. When they change the names, people went mad.
I'm not sure this building exists. I think only this one at that time, facing the football field.
Yeah.
That's the swimming pool over there.
This is the guardhouse original.
Yeah. I mean, I see.
The gate is
What's that building there?
This is a sport complex, but I think this is the original building when you were here. But that one is a new addition.
I'll have to go around the front again and see where I am. Yeah, go this way.
Okay, sure. There's no stairs going down. It's not going to be quite difficult.
There's a path here.
do you go down there? This stick.
That was the soldiers. That where the soldiers had the drinks. The soldiers' naffy. Yeah, coming across from there in front of the field.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
And take a dip. And
Take a dip.
there's canteen over there. Right?
Yeah.
That's the yeah.
Sure.
So the gate is here lah. Or in front originally.
The what?
The gate.
Isn't where they stop them people coming in. That's at the gate to you. This is where when somebody's done something wrong, they put them in the jail.
There's meaning of a guardhouse.
You want to have a look inside?
Pada jail rồi.
There's no. You'll be the same. This is the no. Sorry. The gate is where they stop people. The security, but no, it's a yard house. It's where you say everybody. You know, when somebody's in trouble, that's where they go.
Guardhouse at the dalam tu. You know.
Yeah, sorry. I can see the confusion, but it's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No term.
I mean, first, like, the house is, you know, at the gates. And this one is for cafe tea, just now you mentioned?
Yes.
Nafi. Enough. Who raise it out? Eh. Mommy, so you don't have that thing. Engine knocked.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The old Nafi.
1939.
Yeah, this is the old Nafi. This is where the soldiers come when they're not working. You know, sit down and have a.
It's a resting place. Yeah, go to hang about. Hey,
Your home here? Back on the fields, or you have any ideas?
Yeah, it would invest at the house, but especially if you could have put a shed. Especially if you could.
well,
Let's just make sure that's.
boleh lah. Dekat lah sini. Aku say ni.
Tell you what, I better do more exercise than you. I go kayaking a couple of times a week, and I go I go running. It's
50% more than me.
I know I get the exercise looking after grandchildren.
Wait, that's correct. We do have access points.
When the army had football matches on here, yeah, it wasn't a choice for the soldiers.
They have to.
No, the team used to play,
Yeah.
but the colonel used to order the troops to come and watch. Yeah,
So directly.
that directive. You will go.
We will go and watch.
So
Then what is your
what happened with them was I went down to the HQ, got hold of this man. Yeah.
really?
Oh yeah, true. I even said, if you've got something to say it to me. He said, me. Yeah. He didn't like it because he was a sergeant major, like a and he turned his back on me and wouldn't talk to me. Yeah. And the adjutant, the officer next door, in his office, I could hear him laughing his head off. Yeah, laughing his head off. Yeah. Because, don't get me wrong, they have got control over you. When you're a civilian in an army camp, you come under military law. So they could, yeah, but they can't pull around.
They come for rank. Yes. Because, you're civilian. You don't have it.
I'm ready, and they needed me more than I needed them. I was doing running all the boats, all and everything.
See what? Tottenham Hotspur?
Yeah, I don't follow much. For Chris is a Manchester United fan.
Oh,
Um,
you don't support any team?
and Liverpool's okay, but I live in Liverpool.
I thought you want to mention you.
You should. You.
They could sign in.
Sign in. No, they didn't give it. But they have to buy tickets now.
No. Any old people coming here again, they used to have a book where we used to put our name and say when we gay.
We had a book, but how we had one. Just write the name here and just
Oh no,
This is a sign-in book.
no, it's almost lit. No, don't. That's okay. It was a logbook.
Logbook, yeah. This is a main swimming pool, Olympic size, 50 meters long. How many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, according to the Olympic standard. But I think they changed already. It's much supposed to be deeper now with the new regulation and all. Come. We go to this side. The original pool.
you don't have access to the hand.
No, I think that's very new.
So fairly new.
Hun?
This one is a dip.
I think it was there last time I came,
Yeah, last time I came it's there, but
but it wasn't the original. Let me just get all of.
Yeah.
Yeah, baru. We have to put this up for in the security for. So
Right, yeah.
the pump is not running.
No, this is and this was all this. There's a little counter here for food, yeah, and all that was open down there.
Point down. Yeah.
All open down there.
I see. I think the Ali Setan punya posting pun here.
1941.
1941.
None of the
No more springboards.
No,
No more springboard.
there was a big springboard here on the left.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's quite high, you know. The jump from here.
yes. Last time I came down. I went from that board.
Not the second one.
I died from that one last time.
18. 18.
Looking good.
So you're going for a swim?
No, back.
You should jump up here all the time. And as I say, when you dive in here, you have to turn up quick because the floor's only 9 foot. And there were springboards. There was a springboard here, springboard there, and one down the bottom. I said, do you think I should jump in? I'll soon get dry. Really? All right, I'll remember the mic. Maps.
Mm-hmm. Full of it.
Back in 1962, when I was just a lad, my dad gave me a holiday, the best I ever had. A holiday of every dream that one lifetime could hold. So listen well, this wondrous time to you I now unfold. But in bygone years, to travel far was not a normal thing. To travel some 6,000 miles by plane was amazing. Propellers aided by a jet, a very modern way. Aboard a British Eagle plane, my life would change that day. A little island in the sun where British troops were based on active service out far east, where they would get a taste of jungle warfare while they helped form a brand new state by helping stop objections from the few who changed the state did hate. But as a teenage boy, you see, the politics of war were not as noticeable to me as other things I saw. I felt the beauty of this land with folks of every kind, for at this time in England few cultures could be found. For back at home in Blighty, a youngster such as me had to know his place in life and couldn't roam quite free. But out here in the tropics, no prejudice I found of the nature that had kept me thus by England's limits bound. Now out here in Malaysia on this island of Penang, I found a place where deep inside stood memories that sang of a time in my existence that I'd never felt before, born of ancient knowledge that in my soul was screaming for. To continue with my story of the time I was a lad, when in a British barracks where I was a soldier for a dad, I had given up my schooling for adventures in the world, and like a butterfly emerging, my wings were now unfurled. On this truly wondrous island, Minden Barracks was my home, with excitement and adventure wherever I could roam. I immersed in all the wisdom of simplicity I met, and learned that what you get to give in life is actually what you get. For the Chinese and the Indians, Malays, some expats had found ways to live together, though all wore different hats, in perfect symbiosis, where all fulfilled their roles and by leaning on each other could emancipate their goals. Now, even at this early age, I was not too dim to see that the rich were getting richer and the poor were never free. But something buried deep inside these people of Penang bore a certain understanding of the common song they sang. Now, I grew up very quickly as my friends all went to war. Young soldiers who were now my age, what were they fighting for? Atrocities befell them as they fought Malaysia's side against those from Indonesia who would not join in this ride. Skirmishes abundant, though Penang was hardly hit. It was only very seldom that we faced the scary bits. When Minden B was threatened, all the locals stayed inside, just in case the British soldiers started shooting at the wrong side. But throughout the confrontation, my job became poor joy, for the Army's recreation then became my brand new toy. On the island's sandy beaches, you would find me day by day, driving speedboats for the soldiers when they found the time to play. In Penang, their favourite island, the troops would take their lead and have fun while water skiing as they took a short reprieve from the nature of their duties that had brought them to this land, and for just a fleeting moment could enjoy the sea and sand. For 3 years while water skiing, I enjoyed this paradise, but the days I was not working were all equally as nice. At home in Minden Barracks was a special swimming pool where the friends would meet and wash their souls with a conversations tool. This really was the centre of our commune in this land, the meeting place for sharing where all friends will understand. Soldiers' wives, their men at war, and others gathered round. If any place is hallowed, then this pool is hallowed ground. But Georgetown and its traders was the place I loved to be, where the colour, noise and culture has let my soul so free, and where the many, many trishaws and the bikes and traffics mix with the hawkers, shops and markets. This is where I got my fix. For 4 good years, I lived my life in this very special place, absorbing understanding of a multicultural pace. I'd been born into a country that the world thought was mature, but maturity is lost of mind when progress is slow. Back in 1962, when I was just a lad, my dad gave me a holiday, the best I ever had. Back in 1966, I went back home again, and the schooling that I'd given up had not been lost in vain. For I'd learned the real meaning of my life in this short stay, a meaning full of everything I carry till this day. So now I'm in my 60s, not the 60s of my past, and the thing I found along the way, most things never last. But learn from where you travel, let morals be your guide, for none can steal the things you hold and carry deep inside.